Hello and welcome to another edition of I&I. In today's video we are going to be responding to Paris Milan's video that she made concerning my second to last video that I made in regards to my feelings towards relationships which consist of B, W and WM. Okay, yeah, we're going to be careful this time because the YouTube algorithm shut me down the last time. So we're going to be careful with what we say, but we're going to try to reply to her because she seems to know everything about what is happening in this world, and she seems to have a good grasp. I just get a feeling that this woman is living in some basement somewhere and she's just entirely angry, pumping out this rhetoric in regards to black men. Oh, sorry. In regards to BMs. Her name is Paris Milan and she is anonymous. She doesn't put a profile picture. She doesn't say anything about it. She doesn't even put her real name on her YouTube channel, which is pathetic to say the least. Okay, but we're going to speak about her anyway. Please like, please subscribe, please share and click the bell notification. And we're going to get into this right now because I'm going to try and keep this as short and as sweet as possible. So a little bit of background. So for those of who have not watched the video, you can go back. The link is in the description. You can go back and take a look at it if you wish. I made a video in regards to my feelings, discomfort I should say, when I see a BW with a WM, and I was just being honest about how I felt deep down inside, and that is sort of unsolicited. It's not something I am proud of, but it's there, so I wanted to speak with you guys about it. And then all of a sudden Paris Milan of course had to make a video about it, and I think she got things misconstrued, definitely in some cases. In other cases she's bang on. She hit the nail on the head. I get the feeling that this woman is really desperate and really sad, very unhappy with herself. We're going to go through some of what she said. Take a listen to this. Sometimes I feel like as a black man we own our women.
He's only telling the truth of how a lot of them think. I hope y'all are not shocked by this. I hope this is not actually new information. As a black woman, you should already know this. This is the same mentality that we historically witnessed and experienced our ancestors with non-black men on the plantation. You were a product who was also dually a portion of property or fully property, depending on if you weren't emancipated or not. And you would also go on to birth someone else's product and someone else's property. There's no difference in what it is that he's saying right now, that black men view black women as your property and you're also a product to reproduce and breed with.
Conjecture, conflating. This woman is a bit of a windbag, if I need to be honest with you. She will say things like this all the time, trying to link my desire, my passion to want to protect my fellow black woman. She's trying to link that with ownership to the plantation. I don't know how she gets to that. I don't even understand what she's saying. She's trying to say that black men, we have some sort of desire to own our women back on the plantation. How sad. She's scraping the bottom off the proverbial barrel. I'm currently with a woman who is, you know, not of my kin, not of my culture, not of my background. In fact, we couldn't be more different in terms of our backgrounds. Yeah, I'm with her and I love her and we have children together.
I refuse to believe that. If my husband got on Scissor's internet and made a full-length video, you had to take time out to film this mother effer. You had to take time out to edit this mother effer. You had to make time out to post this mother effer. If my husband pulled a mother freaking stunt like this today, I'm walking in the effing courthouse filing for a divorce.
Talking rubbish. You would never leave your WM husband under any circumstance. You know you wouldn't be able to survive without him. Just think about it, guys. Think about it for a moment. Think about who Paris Milan is. And think about the type of man who would choose a woman who hated herself. Think about that for a moment. Think about how pathetic that man must be. You know, in China, they have a name for WMs that go to China and get married to Chinese women. And they call them losers at home. Literally. But it does go to show how other people think of WMs hunting after their women. That's not going to go down well. You would certainly be angry, Paris, because at the end of the day, it would go against everything this man has probably told you in order to conflate this already oversized ego of yours in order to make you feel better. This is part of the reason why women like you will choose a man who is feminine, so you could cling on to him like the parasite that you are. I was driving with Iris somewhere. I can't remember where we were going. Only yesterday, and she said something which was quite profound. But anyway, she said to me that she would want our daughter to be with a black man. I have never, tried to persuade her to think in a certain way. But she said, I would want, when our daughter grows up, I don't want her to be with a white man. I want her to be with a black man. She said there are too many white men out there. I think she was talking about our daughter when she's older being fetishized. A black man is not going to fetishize over a black woman.
That's a mother freaking and a goddamn and a holy lie. You do it all the time with our bodies. Now let's be clear with the biracial daughter. Why would your daughter be wrong to have the preference that you have? If she was with a white man, she'd only have your preference because you married a white woman.
Further conversations, and I really did think about from there on in, yeah, I think I would want that too. For me, actually, it's not even a question. There isn't a question about it. I would want my daughter to be with a black man.
Now, my question is, would you want your son, because you and your wife, I did my research, you just had a son. So would you want your son to be with a black woman?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If my daughter ever had the same preference as me, which is a WW, I would probably be okay with that. However, if she had a preference for WMs, that would be a different story. But that's a video for another day.
Anytime you see a black man usually married to a non-black woman, although I don't think she's ugly, though I actually do think she's pretty. I'll give that to her. But in her culture, do they believe, in her nationality, do they believe she's pretty? No. Dark hair, dark eyes, large nose. She does not have the features that is consistent with who's at the top of the hierarchy in terms of desirability. So you have to understand that anytime there's a hierarchy, somebody is going to be subjugated. And it's usually the ones who are relatively close to the bottom of the hierarchy.
I want you to think about what she just said there. This is a woman who is probably in the basement of her house, if she has one, who is anonymous. She does not show her face in any of her social media platforms because she wouldn't dare show her face, because she probably knows what would happen. So she can sit there and talk about a woman, a beautiful woman like my wife, who has made a living from just sitting there and having people take photographs of her face. Something that this woman, Paris Milan, would never be able to do in her entire life. Trying to analyze whether my wife is worthy. Yes, she's worthy. She's 10 times worthy. Paris Milan, you're not even on the same bloody planet. Lost for words. I'm going to try and explain what it might be. Right? So I think that deep down inside there is an innate feeling for me to want to protect and covet black women.
If you're coveting us and you're married to a white woman, I don't care. I don't want to hear, oh, she's not white like that. She albeit white. Why in the F, if you're with her, are you still even talking about us? We shouldn't even, if you happy where you are, she's beautiful based on what you say, you made a family and you're still not happy. That should let these preferences know that when you're sitting back trying to clown Black women, you think you got one up on us, y'all really catching L's. Because even when he's with you and he lies and he spends his time bashing us and telling the world he don't want us, we still is on this mother effer's mind.
Actually, when I hear you speaking like that, you're doing BWs a massive disfavor, because you actually sound like an angry BW. And that is exactly the sort of thing that we are trying to eradicate. The sort of thing that we know is not the truth. We know our women, our real women, real BWs are the most beautiful women on this planet, and they know that, and they have that confidence. The types of women who have been typing this vile verbiage in my comments section, I feel sorry for them. I pity them. From my point of view, these WMs are doing us a massive favor by taking these types of poisonous, toxic BWs off our hands, leaving the cream of the crop for the rest of the B race. Guys, I really wanted to keep this as short as possible because I want to try and get this video out tonight. What do you think? Do you think Paris Milan, whatever her name is, do you think she overstrode the marks? Do you think that she is 100% right in the things that she is saying? Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear your opinion on this. So that's all I've got time for today. Please like, please subscribe, please share the video. We want to get this out to as many people as possible. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.